Hi everybody, I'm Delicia and thanks for stopping by the CIGARVIXEN channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing another specialty in the new Founder lineup. This is the first edition in the Maduro, a beautiful box press cigar. This one is made by Rocky Patel and it's available in a Connecticut, a Habano, and a Maduro. So recently I was out in Michigan at the launch of these events through the Wild Bill's tobacco chain, and it was off the hook. I mean, these things were flying off the table. People were really excited about trying out these cigars, and then once they tried them, of course, they were really happy with the way that they smoked and the way they tasted. And so lots of them were being purchased, and I love to see that. So it was kind of a toss-up between the Habano and the Maduro from what I could see as far as popularity. Again, these were more of a crowd of very avid smokers, so that could be part of the reason. Plus, all of our events were in the evening, which again could be a little bit more why things were geared towards the Habano and the Maduro versus the Connecticut at the time. Again, usually for most of us, I think, myself included, we tend to smoke the Connecticut's earlier in the day, perhaps in the morning with that cup of coffee. But again, all of them are really tasty. But today I'm going to be taking a closer look at the Maduro. As I mentioned, it's a beautiful box pressed. The blend itself is featuring a beautiful Costa Rican Maduro wrapper. It's a Nicaraguan binder, and then Honduran and Nicaraguan on the filler, again made by Rocky Patel. And let's go ahead and just get right into it. So I'm using my little paleo cutter here. So the pre-lit draw, first of all, the draw itself is very nice. Open without being too open. The cigars themselves have that nice little give to them. Well, these have been in my humidor, not to brag, but my humidor is ideal temperature and humidity. So the cigars themselves are just fantastic. They're, again, nice feel to them overall, and a beautiful open draw. Pick up a little bit of kind of, it sounds funny, but kind of a spicy raisin on the pre-lit draw. A little bit of the sweetness, and then you do pick up a slight spice to it. I'll go ahead and light this little baby up. I like this other little lighter. I've been using this quite a bit. This is a paleo. It's a triple flame torch. And it does have a little mirror on it. So ideally, you could check out that extra little finishing touch. I smoked quite a few of these during the events. I'm definitely a Maduro fan. I just love the way that it has a really nice richness about it. There's the subtle cocoa that comes into play, little underlying coffee, and that perfect amount of spice that's delivered almost immediately. You pick it up a little bit on that cold draw. However, the spice right away, it kind of gets the mixture of a cinnamon spice versus a black pepper. So it's a really nice, kind of on the sweeter side, but still has that nice spice to it. And again, combining the cocos, that cinnamon spice, and just a touch of vanilla, it's a really nice way to start out. So I'm going to continue to smoke this down as always and check back in for the second third. So coming back in on the second third of the first edition Maduro. Flavors are beautiful at this point, as well as the construction. I mean, look at that solid ash, beautiful burn line, haven't had to touch it. It's burning at a beautiful temperature. Again, easy draw, very effortless. So to me, the epitome of relaxation is when you can enjoy a good cigar and you don't have to touch it up. You don't have to mess with the ash coming all over you. Of course, the ash usually does fall, and that's just part of enjoying a good cigar, but it shouldn't sprinkle all over you, if you know what I mean. It should be nice solid chunks of ash, as in the case of this cigar here. And again, just a beautiful demonstration of construction as well as flavor. Right now the flavors are beautiful. As I mentioned in the beginning, you do pick up the cocoa. It has gotten a little bit stronger with those combinations of the flavors, so you still pick up a cinnamon spice. I also pick up a bit of a charred oakiness. The smoke itself has become very leathery, really nice aroma. And you do still pick up those nuances of the cocoa, kind of like the dark chocolate, not super sweet, but more on the bitter dark chocolate side of things. And then that nice little introduction, or I'm sorry, the nice little continuation of the cinnamon, not quite on the peppery notes, but again, just that nice amount of spice and that little underlying sweetness. It's just making this very enjoyable. Still around a medium, not quite full bodied, so right on the border, I would say, of where, medium and full meat. So a little bit before that. So in that stronger side of medium is where I would put this, but definitely a beautiful way to enjoy, your afternoon, even the evening, especially accompanied with a nice glass of aged rum or whatever your particular favorite may be. I'm going to continue to smoke this down and check back in one last time to talk about any new flavors that come in. So coming back for the final little bit here, again on the first edition Maduro, the flavors are very nice. Not a ton of change. Still picking up a lot of that charred oak, a little bit of the dark chocolate. There's been a hint of a nuttiness that kind of crept in, a little bit of a pecan. Not very strong, but just subtle. And then the cinnamon that was there on the first and second part of the cigar has now shifted into just a straight black pepper. So the spice itself has changed, but overall, just a really easy smoke, very pleasant. I could see, again, pairing this with a beautiful dark aged rum. You could also, like with me, I put everything with coffee. You could easily put this with a nice cup of dark roast coffee and be fine with it. But yeah, just a really good stick, very enjoyable, very pleased with it. You can pick these up at any of your Wild Bill tobacco locations. And don't forget to check out my Instagram at CIGARVIXEN. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a giveaway promo with some of these cigars, so that those of you that are not in the Michigan area, you have an opportunity to try out these great sticks. And if you have smoked them, if you attended the events, if you've had a chance to sample any of these cigars, I'd love to hear your feedback or your thoughts, your commentary. I'd always appreciate all the comments that you guys leave. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you all soon. Cheers.